What are these Ford dealerships going to do? All they have is 2024 models and we're in 2025. It's crazy. Their lots are full. They can't sell any of this overpriced junk. And Ford just recently announced employee pricing. For a second there, people were like, oh, wait a minute, discounts. And yeah, there have been discounts. It's a buyer's market, but it simply still is not enough. Even if you negotiate heavy with the dealer, $20K off, these prices were increased so much over the last 4 years. What is $20K off at this point? And then you find out that, oh, discounts were bigger last month without employee pricing on certain trims. So it's like, come on, this is a complete scam. But people fall for dealership advertising and marketing. It works. And don't ever be a panic buyer. People run into the dealership thinking price is going up, or inventory is going away. Don't be a panic buyer. We learned our lesson in 2020-21. We didn't have to do that. We let dealerships have all the control and they took full advantage. And you guys already know with the markups, addendum stickers, we've seen everything. $1,000 window tint, $600 nitrogen filled tires. We've seen all sorts of stupid stuff. But it's crazy to go to a Ford dealership now and see lines of Raptors, considering just a few years ago they would never get them in stock, and when they did, normally they had a market adjustment. And they did have a slight decline in sales in the beginning of 2025, but with this whole marketing scheme that they came up with this whole employee pricing, they might actually get that up. And it's funny because the employee pricing is targeted for their old inventory, the 2024 models that have just been sitting. They're already sitting. They need to sell them anyways with big discounts, and there already were big rebates. So it's just hilarious all the way around, but still, these discounts are not enough. And then think about Ford's reputation. Ford's known to be unreliable and to have a lot of recalls. They are known as the recall king, literally, because Ford will cheap out in the beginning and then have to pay the price later. It's just what they do. But that's pretty much all the manufacturers nowadays. I give Ford credit that they kept the Mustang with the V8, unlike other competitors getting rid of their V8, but still, you got to think about the price that went up, so people are even turning away from the Mustang because it's so expensive. Every model they have is very overpriced, and they don't offer a sedan. They don't offer a car. Think about that in the US, the amount of sales they could have, and they're screwing over their future because those future customers, if they offered a more affordable car, people get stuck in the trap of, oh, I buy Ford, I buy Chevy. People really have brand loyalty. It's a real thing, trust me. And if they got that going at a cheaper price point, they could sell more cars in the long run. But Ford doesn't care about that. All they care about is right now, profit now, and it's really starting to bite them because their dealers are loaded up with inventory and it's all overpriced. You go up to an F-150, hey, at least they still offer a V8. Most of the time it's going to be an EcoBoost and it's going to be $70, $80, $1,000, and it's like, that's an insane payment. Think about it. You're talking about $1,000, $1,500, $1,200 payment on these vehicles, plus with the interest rates being pretty dang high still, it's not a good combination. And it's crazy because if you buy a brand new Ford, it's almost a 100% chance you're going to have a recall and something's going to go wrong. You're going to have to bring it in and get it repaired. And there's even a Ford dealership in my area that has multiple 2023s. They have a 2023 F-150 Black Ops that nobody wants. The dealer added a huge package for lift, wheels, and tires, and it's $124,000. Of course, no one wants that. Then they have Mustang Mach-E's that are over $70,000, and it's a 2023 as well, sitting around. They have multiple of them, and they cannot sell them because they're overpriced, and they've been sitting for multiple years. So at this point, isn't even really considered a new vehicle. But technically it is because it hasn't been titled. But think about the kind of discounts for that $124,000 truck. But guess what? They were discounting it to like $97,000. I mean, come on. That's not even, we're still over MSRP. The MSRP on that Black Ops truck, a little over $73,000. So think about that. And they're still wanting $90,000+ for it. So it's just a complete mess at most Ford dealerships to have all this inventory and for it to all be the older inventory is pretty crazy. And I spoke to an owner of a Ford dealership who said, I wish it was different, man. We're still getting 2024s right now in 25. We don't have an option. It's still all 2024s sitting at the lot. And as soon as he sells it, they get more 24s in. There are no 2025s. Same deal over at Lincoln. You go to a Lincoln dealership, it's all older models pretty much. And even the Navigator, they don't even have the new model out yet at dealer lots. The kind of discounts that these vehicles need is huge. So it's going to be a rough year, but the big thing is just don't fall for this advertising BS, this whole employee pricing, and it works. Trust me, their sales are probably going to have a little bump, and they might get rid of some of this old inventory, but they have so much of it. I don't know how they're going to get rid of all of it because the manufacturer Ford just keeps sending it to the dealerships. But it's crazy how many people fall for this advertising, and guess what? They're running to Ford dealerships saying, hey, just give me 10% off. It's a good deal. I just bought a $75,000 Ford F-150 that's been sitting on the lot for 180 days, but hey, it is what it is. Not for me. Let me me know if you're interested in any of this stuff, and do not panic buy. Don't fall for the trap. Don't believe this stuff. It's just advertising BS. Let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.